video, I want to talk about promises in JavaScript. And as of recently, in 2015, promises became a part of the JavaScript language natively, so you don't have to rely on a library to have this kind of functionality. Now, promises are things that, if you look on this documentation page, you can kind of get an idea of what the promise is and looks like, but you're primarily concerned with these two methods here, the reject and resolve. And basically the syntax of promises is really you're going to have a promise that takes a function, and then after your promise, right, you're going to have a use .then and you pass it an anonymous function where it does something afterwards. And that's on the success scenario of a promise. Now, because you're promising that you're going to do something, and you're either going to succeed at that or you're going to fail at that. And the success will trigger whatever happens next, right? So you're just defining the thing that happens next is going to be defined in this then, and you can chain them. You could do like 5 actions afterwards. So you could do .then, .then, and just keep doing that. Now, what happens when something goes wrong? Well, you want to handle that with catch, and then you would pass it a function, and like you would say, like something went wrong here, right? So basically, in the most important thing to know is that in the body of the promise is really the long-running process that's asynchronous usually, right? So here we've set an example of a timeout. So this will trigger 5 seconds later, right? Obviously, we're not going to wait around forever for something to happen. So we're going to have we're just going to automatically resolve this after 5 seconds, and you can see what happens. So we're just going to output the result of this with a then statement here. So it's just going to print out whatever the message is here. So let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. So you see that it passed this hello world message with the through resolve. So these two are just functions here. So it'll call resolve, passing in the value of this hello world string, which comes out in the then statement here, comes out through this message thing, and it's just printed out. So let's see the failure scenario. So the failure scenario is when you let's say this was some long-running process that failed. You would just say you call reject with whatever data you want to pass it. Now it'll take any data. It doesn't have to be a string, but in this example we're just using a string. Now you're going to see that then nothing happens after. Let's set it to 1 second. And nothing happened. So it's an uncaught error. So let's actually catch that error so we can do something meaningful with it. All right. So instead of .then, I'm going to use .error. And so let's see what happens. Oops, wrong method here, not .error. It's .catch. Important to get your methods right. And 1. There we go. So now you can see if something succeeded and how, and if it failed, what to do and how to handle it. So hopefully this was useful to you. And visit us over at BrainBloomer.com.